The FishTank of Motherhood model, a sociological explanation of motherhood. Becoming a mother changes almost every part of our lives. Our relationships, our lifestyles, careers, and sense of identity. But a change that often isn't talked about is that we also enter into a social role, one that comes with lots of expectations, pressures, and shoulds. Being a mother means being loving, cherishing every minute, that we should be able to do it on our own without help. We have limitless patience. It comes naturally, and on I could go. We're measured and judged against these rules of perfect motherhood, and we judge ourselves according to them too, leaving us feeling exhausted, like we're not good enough, and constantly guilty. This is a social and cultural pattern that plays out over and over. But cultural patterns can be interrupted. Here is the fish tank of motherhood model to explain how this social pattern plays out. The fish tank represents the world we live in, it's our society, and then the fish inside are the mothers or individuals more broadly. The swimming is the practice of mothering, this is the doing work of mothering. The water is our socialization, it's how we're trained into a particular way of seeing motherhood. These rules of good motherhood are written on the tank. We get passed down these rules by our family, our community and relationships, advertising, marketing, systems and institutions, and popular culture. And while they're passed down to us, we do also contribute in passing these on. When we try and challenge those rules of good motherhood or we don't quite fit, it can feel like we're hitting up against the tank. Sometimes we can create cracks and changes, and this can even help to create changes in how future generations see good motherhood. But living within these rules also means that we experience judgment from others, and we can also engage in comparison and judgment. We also internalize these rules and judge ourselves, feeling guilty and never enough. The more mothers live according to these rules, the more we struggle with guilt, anger, lower confidence, lower well-being, higher rates of anxiety and depression, among other consequences. But mothering can also be part of our power. It can be a catalyst for transformation. Mothers are contributing to raising the next generation of human beings. This is vital and important work. So what can be done to start to change the current version of motherhood we're living within? It shouldn't be up to mothers to take on the individual responsibility for collective problems. This is up to all of us to work together to create change, especially those who work with mothers. But as individual mothers, we can start making visible these rules, start rewriting them and pushing back. As those who work with mothers, we can broaden our learnings to bring these social understandings into our work with mothers. If you'd like to learn more, subscribe to the Good Enough Mother podcast hosted by me, Dr. Sophie Brock, and check out my online training, the Motherhood Studies Practitioner Certification.